everyone. Today I am showing you how to paint a nice soft portrait using this artist watercolor paper. It's a rough grain cold press watercolor paper. The first thing to do is to wet the surface with a nice clean water. Let's get started. Okay, so now let this sit for a while. Okay, so the paper is not completely dry, but let me just go ahead and start painting in some of the shadow areas. Like I said, I am going to shoot for a nice soft portrait, so I will be deepening some of the shadow tones, but I am not going to be going so dark. Let's get started. Okay, so far so good. Now I am about to start working on the background once again. I am going to make it a little more defined, but I will still try to retain the softness of it. So I'll be painting the background and also painting the butterfly. Okay, so I'm painting the background again. Now I would like to wet the surface just a little bit, and then I will start making the background just a little bit deeper. So what I'm trying to do is to make this background like a lavender farb, but I am not going to make everything too rich. It's just very subtle, but we can faintly see what's going on in the background. So let me just go ahead and start wetting the surface and then start deepening the colors just a little bit more. Just a little bit darker. Okay. And then once in a while, I would like to soften the edge just a little bit. Now wrap a piece of tissue on your finger like that, and then tap where you want the lighter tones, okay, while it's wet. You can also use your brush and then scrub a little bit like that, and then you can wipe some of those lighter spots, which I like to add here. Well, this lifting off technique is more effective when the paint is not quite dry yet, it's damp, so I can lift off the paint easier. Okay, so something like that is good. So let this dry, and then let me start working on the butterfly. Okay, so now I'm painting the butterfly. Now this butterfly is very close to the light source. I mean, the light source is here on the left side, but it's it's close enough, and then you can see that overall coloration is very warm. So I do not want this butterfly to look too cool, so which means I do not want to use super cool blue like ultramarine blue like that, okay, but instead I'll be using cerulean and also viridian to make it a little bit more greenish, just so it fits with the overall coloration of the painting. So let me just go ahead and start painting the butterfly. Once again, I will try to retain a nice softness to my painting. The actual color of the butterfly, especially around this edge, is black, but I'm not using black because, like I said, it's in very warm color harmony, so I would like to keep everything warm. So what I'm trying to do now is to get some of this butterfly color bleeding out to surrounding area just a little bit, okay, not so much, so it creates nice soft mood. Kind of like that, just a little bit. Not really that's really in blue, but more of a greenish color. Okay, just like that. A little more sense of color would be nice, so I've added slightly more reddish, a little more purplish color to it. Let's zoom out and take a look. Okay, that looks good so far. So I am going to start painting her just a little bit more, and then I call it finished. So the tone for the hand is just like that, and let's just move on to the face. So I came to the point where I can call it finished. I mean, I still have some details to work on, like say for example, like the hand line detail, maybe a little more details on the face and the hair too. But it looks pretty good already, so I'm gonna call it done for now. So I was shooting for a nice soft portrait. So when you're using watercolors, try to soften the contour, even some details. Try to soften them, time to time. So my focal point is the face. And then the second focal point is the butterfly. So I was trying to create a nice movement starting from the face, making a nice circle and go back to the face, okay? So the face detail, nice and crisp, which is good because it's a focal point, but everything else is, softened, and they're not going to be as prominent as the faces. So try achieving a nice hierarchy. So there's dominant focal point and sub-dominant focal point, and then there's always a difference in the level of finish. So that's it. Thanks for watching and I'll see you again soon.